We've all been there, sitting in an interview, feeling confident, answering all the expected questions like a pro. And then, bam, out of nowhere, you get hit with something completely unexpected and it throws you off. Your heart races, your brain blank, and you're sitting there thinking, what do I even say to that? Sound familiar? Hey everyone, I'm Ann Bedford-Flood, founder of ProSource Staffing. I have helped thousands of job seekers secure their dream job by connecting them with the right employer, preparing them to make lasting impressions in interviews, and advocating for their true worth in the job market. Today, we are going to talk about how to handle surprise interview questions without spiraling. The question I get time and time again is, why do interviewers feel the need to throw all these odd questions in? Do they do it for fun? No, they don't. These questions aren't designed to trip you up. They're actually designed to see how you think on your feet. Hiring managers want to know more than what is on your resume. These questions serve three major purposes. For one, they reveal your thinking style. Interviewers want to see how you process information in real time. They're not just testing your technical skills, they're testing your mental agility. They show your adaptability. Changes, project shifts, priorities get turned upside down. Interviewers want to see if you can roll with the punches. And then they spotlight your personality. Sometimes oddball questions give you a chance to let your personality, character, and creativity show through, way more than tell me about your greatest strengths. But let me be clear here, this is not a time where you try to be funny. Be sure to keep it professional. For example, you might get asked, if you could have dinner with anyone in history, who would it be and why? This isn't just about trivia. It tells them what matters to you and how you think. Let's talk about the moment when that curveball hits. You're mid-interview, feeling confident, and suddenly you hear, what's the most creative thing you've done with zero budget? Your brain freezes, time slows, and you start to sweat. This is where most people derail. They either start rambling or they say, I don't know, but here's your new strategy. Take a few seconds to pause. Literally take 3 to 5 seconds to calm your nervous system. You can start by acknowledging the question. Say, that's a great question. Let me think about that for a moment. This shows poise. Then organize your answer. Use a framework: past, action, result, or the STAR, which is situation, task, action, and result. You don't need a perfect answer. You need a clear, thoughtful one. Interviewers know this is a stressful situation, so you have to remain calm and give a straightforward answer. You can't predict every question that's going to be asked, but you can prepare for the unexpected. And here's how. One, know your career story. You want to identify 3 to 5 powerful experiences from your career. Make sure they show leadership, creativity, resilience, and learn from your mistakes. Practice telling these stories with structure and clarity. Second, practice uncommon behavioral questions. Don't just rehearse the basics, dig into them. Tell me more about a time you disagreed with your manager. Describe a time you had to complete a project with little direction. What's a decision you regret? Develop a problem-solving mindset. Interviewers love to see your logic. Practice thinking through problems out loud. When asked, how many gas stations are in the USA? Don't panic. Break it into logical estimates. And four, research the company deeply. Look beyond the About Me page. What challenges are they facing? What trends are impacting their industry? This gives you talking points for even the oddest questions. And five, get comfortable talking about yourself. This isn't self-promotion, it's clarity. Know your top strengths, know your weaknesses and how you're working on them, and your career motivations. Let me share a quick story with you. I had a candidate that I was working with that was interviewing for a marketing role. Everything was going great until the interviewer asked, if I gave you a $10,000 budget to create a viral campaign, what would you do? She could have panicked, but she didn't. Instead, she paused, gathered her thoughts, and said, I'd create a user generated content challenge on social media, something that gets customers involved, tells emotional stories, and rewards creativity. That way, we amplify our reach and build community with minimal ad spend. Boom. Not only did that show strategic thinking, but it proved she understood audience engagement and budget constraints. Needless to say, she got the job. Moral of the story, it's not about the right answer, it's about your process and perspective. Let's break down a few examples of quirky or unexpected questions and how to handle them. Now, keep in mind, these are real questions my candidates have been asked. If you were an animal, what would you be? Don't say, maybe a dog. I like dogs. The better answer would be something like, I'd be an owl. They observe first, act with precision, and adapt to different environments, just like I do when solving team challenges. Or, how many windows are in New York City? Like, who really knows this? But anyway, the wrong answer is, I have no idea. The better answer, let me try to estimate. If there are X number of buildings, each with Y numbers of floors and Z number of windows, we can make a ballpark figure. And number 3, what's a product you love and how would you improve it? Wrong answer, I really like it the way it is. The better answer, I love Spotify, but I'd add real-time collaborative playlist tools. It would encourage more engagement and community building. The key takeaways, these questions aren't about the answers, they're about showing curiosity, structure, and strategy. Here's the most important thing to remember. You don't have to nail every question. Interviews aren't exams, they're conversations. And surprise questions are a chance to connect as a human being. Shift your mindset from perfection to preparation, from panic to curiosity, from fear to opportunity. Treat every curveball as a chance to demonstrate your thoughtfulness, self-awareness, and calm under pressure, because that's what most employers are really looking for. So here's your action plan. Prep your career stories. Remember, 3 to 5 is great. Practice with mock questions. Learn to pause and think about the question that you're being asked before just blurting out an answer. Be yourself, but also be your best self. Next time someone throws you a wild interview question, don't freeze. Smile, think, respond with purpose. What's the weirdest interview question you've ever been asked? Drop it in the comments section below. I cannot wait to see your responses. Thank you for spending time with me, and I will see you in the next video.